Today, we're going to show you the most luxurious, affordable, new construction home communities in the southwest of Las Vegas.
Definitely stick around because at the end, we are going to show you exactly how much you can be saving as far as closing costs, rate buy downs, all the incentives when it comes to new construction. I'm Vicky.
And I'm Kyle.
And we've helped hundreds of people buy, sell, and invest here in Las Vegas.
We also help people relocate to Las Vegas from all over the world and help people sell their current home here. So if you have any questions about buying or selling, message us at the email below or the phone number that you can see right here. And of course, we also created a relocation guide that you could download for free to help you make your decision on where to move in town. And most importantly, we make new videos every single week. So be sure to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on everything Las Vegas.
All of the lot sizes are pool-sized lots. And it's not to say everybody wants a pool, but a lot of people would like the option at least to have a pool, to install one in the future if they wanted. So
and that's not something that you guys would do. They have to do that themselves after they close on the lot.
Fair question. Yeah, that's right.
And that's actually how most builders are. Very few of them are actually contracting to put the pools in because it's hard for the pool contractors to meet the construction deadlines that the builders set. So that's not something you're going to find in Las Vegas. But what's beautiful about what he just said is that they actually make the lot large enough for you to put one on there if you do want one in the future.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
It's good to have the option, for sure. Both in terms of like investment purpose as well as how you're going to live in the home.
Leisure and recreation. So, and then give us a few of your other favorite things about here.
So I'll give you two more. So the market right now is really concerned with affordability. Affordability seems to be a pattern with as far as things that people bring up. So the bang for the buck out here is really good. We've got a whole design staff. Like it used to be the case that they would have the salespeople like myself design the homes. And well, that can go both ways. I've seen it go less good. So the point is they have a whole design staff that's actually individually designing and curating each home. So there's a lot of really good upgrades and features on each and every one of the homes because they're done professionally by people who know exactly what the market is looking for.
Got it.
Now let me ask you this, because I do get a lot of questions from my buyers. Are you able to, as a buyer, change anything and make those customizations and let you know and do a whole design? I know there's some builders who are very much like, this is exactly what you're going to get, and then there's other builders where you have a lot more options as far as choosing even the amount of lighting you have in a room. So where do you see yourself in that range from customization?
It's a good question, and again, like you, it's one that I get fairly regularly. So the decision that Richmond's made is to the point of having whole design staff. They're designing and choosing 100% of the options, the upgrades, the everything, the structural, the fit and finish, 100% of everything. The major benefit to the customer is, back to the metric a minute ago, affordability. Right. So Richmond picks up a whole bunch of speed as far as time that it takes to build the home, and what that really equals to the end user is pricing, affordability. So
if you want to,
they're all going to be quick move-in homes.
Extra lights, you can,
but you won't. You do it after you got keys.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so the builder's designing 100% of everything. So another reframe that I sometimes give is like, it's just like buying as far as the process goes, it's really similar to buying like a used home. There's just no toenail clippings in the carpet right now, right? So
absolutely, and that's a great point, because I feel like if you are designing, which we've had many clients do, it takes them a lot longer, maybe like 6 to 8 months, but it sounds like you said, they're going to be a lot more like move-in ready. So.
Exactly, yeah. So QMI, inventory,
time is important to you,
much
and
more
this
quick.
might be a really great fit.
And the other major benefit of that is, because we know when the home is going to be done, well, then we can go up and buy the forward commitments at the lower interest rates and then offer that to the customer. So bought down interest rates, right? For example, I'm seeing right now interest rates are like in the high 6s and low 7s in the open market. And we're as low as like 4.5% most recently.
Wow.
So usually we're anywhere from like 1.5% all the way as low as like 3% sometimes.
More
lower than what's in the open market.
Than what you would get on a resale home with a regular lender.
That's right, and that's a byproduct of this style of building.
Beyond the rate buy down, is there other like closing costs or what type of incentive, appliance packages? What does that look like here?
Well, to your point, it is changing pretty regularly. So the builder is always watching the market and responding accordingly. So that does change pretty regularly. But most recently, yeah, there were a whole ton of incentives, closing costs, moving packages like fridge, washer, dryer. Sometimes they'll include blinds. So it really just depends on where the market's at. But right now, for most folks, the most important thing is that monthly payment.
Affordability.
What's the home going to cost me per month? That's really the focus. But then, yeah, also, like I said already, the appliance packages, the blinds, and those sorts of things, the builder does make negotiable pretty regularly.
Okay, and then again, we're just going to reiterate that all builders are constantly changing what incentives are available. So it's crucial that you reach out to Vicky and I to help you kind of dial in what's going to be best for your budget and also your needs in the house that you find. Now, Ryan, let me ask you this. How many total units are in these two communities here for full build out at completion?
That's a good question. Yep. So another kind of unique thing about this community is we're really like two communities in one. Okay. So we call it Arborbrook and Stonehaven. Arborbrook is the first community. Those guys, the main distinguishing feature is those lots are about 4,000 square feet. Stonehaven is about 5,000 square feet.
Okay, so you get a little bit bigger lots on Stonehaven than you do in the Arborbrook.
That's right. Yep. And the Arborbrook product, just a little bit smaller. Those guys, in terms of square feet, are about 2,100 up to about 2,600.
Okay.
And then the Stonehaven community, the stuff on the bigger lots, those guys are about 2,500 up to about 3,200 and some change.
Do both have the
feet.
3-car garages or just one of the communities?
There's one floor plan with a 3-car garage, and that's in the bigger community, the Stonehaven community.
Got it. And then do you know the total number of units in here?
165.
And how long has this been open for?
Good question. We're coming right up on just about a year.
Okay, and in 1 year's time, how many units have sold and are currently pended right now out of the 165?
I would say in terms of a percentage, we're probably someplace in the range of like maybe 35% complete. So there's still some opportunity to get in fairly early in the process.
Which is super important because builders typically like to build in phases or at least use phase price releasing, meaning after the first X amount of units, they might make a price adjustment depending on market demand. So he's telling you right there from the horse's mouth, it's still early enough to take advantage of not buying the most expensive home in the community at the tail end of this community being built. But what I asked that question was with intent, and is to let you know that it's only been 1 year and they've already sold 35+% of all the homes in this entire community. That means they are going fast. They're not sitting and lingering for 6-8 months. They're moving quickly. So you guys are putting deals into contract at least 5 or 6 every week or something like that, I'd imagine.
We're doing them pretty quickly, yeah. The market's ebbing and flowing, but the most recent weekend, I can tell you for the whole valley, in a couple of, I think in 2 days, 48 hours, I think we did like 11 deals. Something in that range.
Call us now.
All right, what's up, everybody? We are looking at the map now. We're going to show you where this awesome community is and lay out the town a little bit for you. We're going to zoom way out, give you that 10-mile up view. This down here is LA. You take the 15 freeway, and then it kind of goes east, but then it bends and then goes north. So our town is kind of split in half by the 15 freeway right there. And then Henderson is down here and over here. North Las Vegas is this area. Summerlin's over here, as you can see. And then today we're talking about Enterprise and the Bend. So this whole area in between Blue Diamond, it says the 160, but it's just Blue Diamond Road. It is not a freeway, but it does have a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit. And it does connect quite a bit of real estate to one another. Back down to the 15, that again is that main freeway that splits the town between the west side and the east side. So everything on this side of the freeway is the east side. Everything on this side of the freeway is the west side of town. So you're going to come in from the 15 if you're coming from California. And also I wanted to show you guys where if you're coming northbound and you end up going to the left, which is towards the west, that's the 95 freeway. Let's see, it says Highway 95. That takes you all the way up to Reno and Tahoe, Mammoth, mainly Reno and Tahoe. And then this one, the 15 North, which is the continuation of the 15 South from California, is going to take you all the way up to Salt Lake City through St. George and pretty much all the way up there. So anyways, let's get back to our tour here. If you're coming in from the 15 freeway, this fidelity of the picture is going to look a little bit better now. You're going to come up Blue Diamond Road. And then this one is Fort Apache. And then You've got Stonehaven. Now, real quick, this area is called Mountain's Edge. Notice the Mountain's Edge Parkway and the Mountain's Edge Regional Park and Exploration Peak. So this giant square is about 2 miles by 2 miles. Now, if you want to learn a fun fact about Las Vegas, from Fort Apache to Durango is 1 mile. From Durango to Buffalo is 1 mile. From Buffalo down to Rainbow is 1 mile. And from Rainbow to Jones is another mile. So basically, you're looking at little squares, and all these squares are 1 mile squares. So this from Sunset all the way to Russell is 1 mile. And then from Durango all the way, or sorry, not Durango, I meant to say from Russell all the way to Tropicana is another mile. So if you had guessed it, this is a half a mile right here, and then that's a full mile distance right there. So that's just an easy way for you to realize that Las Vegas is laid out on a 1 mile by 1 mile square grid, and it goes from east to west and north to south to make your life much easier when learning how to get around the town. So now we're going to pass this Mountain's Edge area that we talked about, which is a famous master plan community here, and just to the west side of it, we have some new developments. You can see these barren patches of land that are being filled in. Here's Stonehaven, and so this is kind of where the community that we're talking about here today is going to be located. So it's just near Mountain's Edge, and it's just near Enterprise. So again, if you want to know Enterprise, that's this large area basically in between the 215, that's another one of our axial freeways, and then the Blue Diamond Road, which is a quick highway. So in between that, that's the Enterprise area. This is Mountain's Edge. This beautiful large master plan community is Rhodes Ranch. And then way down here is Southern Highlands Country Club. And then all of this that you see here that I'm circling with my mouse is Southern Highlands, the greater subdevelopment area. So today we're just focusing on this southwest bottom corner of town, super desirable, on the edge of town. And also, if you've heard in my other videos, there's a cool little off-road ride that you can see right here that goes all the way down to Good Springs. And in Good Springs, there is a Pioneer Saloon right here where people get a drink. So if you have an off-road, a registered side-by-side, a quad, a dirt bike, you can, or even an off-road truck or a Jeep, you can usually go down this little road, and that's just kind of a fun local thing, but I'll spare you that. So we're focusing here at Stonehaven and Arborbrook.
Guys, so I want to take you into one of the first models. This one is 3,000 square feet. You have the option between 4 to 6 bedrooms, so come take a look.
Just off of the front entrance, you immediately find yourself with this separate dining room. And if you didn't want to have a separate dining room, you could easily turn this back into a bedroom by just framing this up and putting a door here and then adding a small slider closet. But it's a great flex space if you just want to have an open office or an open family room or whatever. It's awesome, just extra spot. And then what I love about this house is they have some pretty cool banisters. They're not just wood, and it's not just like a pony wall made out of drywall. It's actually a pretty cool wrought iron or tube frame steel, forgive me, banister. And then of course that comes straight from the entrance into this grand kitchen with a Caesar stone type of quartz, so it looks like marble, but it's a little bit more durable and less prone to cracking.
You also do have this pantry.
Which is something we get a lot from our clients that are constantly asking for a walk-in pantry, and this is a little bigger than a reach-in pantries, which is pretty cool. Stainless appliances, obviously, if you choose to get the appliances with a home like this, and beautiful pendant lights. Now this
You have the open floor place, this open concept. So if you're cooking here, you can, watch the kids in the living room.
entertain, be with your guests while you're preparing. And then also what I really love about this is they have a whole separate kind of dining area right here. So if you didn't want to use the other, detached sort of separate dining space, you could just use this because there's plenty of room for it, or you could just absorb it into more living room.
One feature I absolutely love about this room is that you have 2 accesses to the backyard. You have this door right here, and then the sliding door right there.
So in the summer, when the weather is perfect, you can just open these all up and have that really indoor-outdoor flex space that a lot of our clients love. So now we're in the backyard. I want you guys to check out this covered patio with both fans on top. That's so nice in the summer when you want to be outside, but it's a little bit too hot. So that's really nice and it'll, shield you from the sun. But also take a look at this backyard. You can see that you definitely do out that extra lot space that a lot of builders sometimes can compromise, but it allows you to add that backyard pool if you want.
And another thing that a lot of people don't really know about buying new construction homes is this is a stucco built heavy duty or a like heavy load patio cover. A lot of times you just get the option for an aluma wood, which is just a thin 8 millimeter aluminum that kind of covers it. And so it's nice to have an actual hard built same roof line. So this roof pitches all the way up. So it's not like a separate awning. It's part of the house's construction, but also it's pre-wired with ceiling fans and lights, which means there's power here. So if you wanted to throw a TV on the wall or maybe even a heat lamp, you can definitely do that. And that's an awesome feature that usually isn't standard at a lot of builders, but this place, it has it already kind of built into it.
That's such a great point because also some builders don't even include the aluminum patio cover at all. So there are no patio covers. That's something that you would have to purchase and install once you close on your home. And another thing too, if you look at this landscaping, that's something that you'll have to keep in mind when it comes to new build as well, is that normally they'll give you about 6 months to 1 year to finish the landscaping in the backyard.
Yeah, and definitely I want to call a little bit more attention to detail because a lot of people don't know this when they go look at a new build is something that might be an upgrade elsewhere is this paver stone patio. You see these bricks here? These are an upgrade typically, but what is really cool is that a lot of new builds, you just get a barren backyard like Vicky was mentioning, but you don't get a full paver stone patio. Oftentimes what you get, and if you could follow me, is just kind of like a little concrete pad that just it's like 5 feet by 3 feet or however 5 by 5 feet off of the door, and then you drop down into rock. So this has an actual paved paver stone spot, which is oftentimes more expensive than concrete or the cheaper just cement pavers. And so what's really great about this is you have space to put a dining table, chairs, a barbecue, and all sorts of other things to just make your living a lot easier out here.
So enough about the outdoors. Let's go take a look more inside the home. Come take a look at the bedroom downstairs. So right here you have extra closet space. What's great about having a downstairs bedroom with a full walk-in closet and a shower and bath is that you can really separate yourselves from your guests, or if you have someone that you're living with that may have trouble walking up and down the stairs, which is sometimes something that our clients have requested.
Yeah, we get this request a lot. Is does it have a bedroom down? So they've already took that into consideration when constructing these floor plans because they use the same floor plan for numerous homes. So it's an excellent thing that they included this because having this is super popular. And so you get that same benefit of being able to have a bedroom down if you got a grandmother or maybe a teenager that is a little bit more autonomous, or maybe have some guests coming in here. Or what Vic and I like to do is we turn the downstairs into an office. That way we can kind of separate our living space from our work environment. And that's where we'd put a home office. But some people maybe turn it into a home gym, but it's just great to have this down here.
Awesome. Let's go take a look upstairs.
What's really cool too is just want to point out, sorry, Kat.
The first thing you notice.
Yeah, but this room, this loft here can actually turn into another bedroom if that's something that you prefer.
So if you can see my laser on the wall, this is about right here where they would frame up. Vic, if you want to show us with your hand, this is where they would frame up, and then you'd have another door about where I'm standing, and that would be your entrance into here. And then I believe the closet would be on this wall here if you needed another bedroom. And that's what's cool about these homes is the footprint or the shell of the home oftentimes can't really be customized because of the way that the blueprint's done and recorded with how the city, but this room is already, the trusses are already in place. So adding just a non-load bearing wall here, a closet and a door is an easy way for builders to be like, did you want a loft or did you want a bedroom? And so that's what's cool about these, is that they're customizable, you know, within the shell of the house.
Come take a look at this bedroom. I just love the amount of windows in this room. It definitely will brighten it up on a nice day. And if you come take a look at this bathroom.
You got a beautiful marble look tile that they put throughout here. Same with the shower enclosure. And then this is today's standard. This is frameless glass. You'll notice there's just clips instead of large metal framing everywhere. That's kind of the new style in home builds here, especially in Las Vegas, to have this frameless glass where it's almost like you can't even see the shower. You don't need curtains or anything like that.
And I like the size of this bathtub too. Normally it's not this large, so that's a great feature. And
Huge fan favorite right here.
You have 2 walk-in closets. So
one for you, one for me.
I would probably still use that one and he'd get like maybe half the space.
So she would use both the closets and then I would get this little shelf here.
I'm joking. He could have his own space.
But like, no, like this is seriously a highly demanded feature to have 2 separate closets. So that's not really common in most new builds nowadays. You would just get one giant closet, which obviously your spouse might take over, or or maybe.
Come take a look at this because the size is really.
Here, we'll measure it out so you can see how big these closets really are. So from the width, this is an 8-foot closet, and then to the other end of it is 10 feet. So this is 10 foot by 8 foot. So simple mathematics, 8 times 10. This is an 80 square foot closet for you to use to put your belongings in. And I think the other one's actually bigger than this one.
Wow, let's go see.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So you've got a 12 feet and 2 inches here, and then we'll just run this wall here by a...
I think you're getting the rod.
Oh yeah, you're right, sorry. By another, let's see, by almost 6 feet. So 12 and 4, 36, 48, 60, 72. So not quite as big as the other one, but still very long, and it feels more spacious.
So I really think that they use this layout very wisely when they designed this space. I want you guys to see the other bedrooms as well though, but it's important to know that.
Here's 15-foot master bedroom too.
So here is your 4th and final room in this floor plan. And like we said, this home can be converted to 4 to 6 bedrooms. So if you want that extra loft space, you can definitely have that. But if you want to convert that into an extra bedroom, maybe you have, you know, a larger family, or just you want more bedrooms, that's definitely an option in this community for this specific floor plan. And you also have a bathroom here as well.
So these 3, if you're wondering, these 3 upstairs secondary bedrooms would all essentially share this shower and bathroom right here, which does have dual sinks, so that's helpful if you kind of want your own sink space.
And shower and bathtub.
And also, before we head out to the next house, take a look down this staircase. This is an absolutely beautiful just snapshot of your downstairs from upstairs. It just has a lot of great edges, color, characteristics. And this wall right here across from it is a great place if you have a giant tapestry or artwork to put something really cool right here. So it's just a great house overall for interior design. There's just a lot of places to put cool artistic elements.
So I currently have a client who is purchasing a new build, and she got an amazing deal. We were able to get her $14,000 towards a rate buy down, $17,000 towards her closing costs. The original price for her home was going to be $702,000, and we got her in escrow at the asking price of $650,000. So she saved over $50,000 on the sales price, got closing costs and incentives. So definitely reach out to us. We can help negotiate with the sales rep and the builder to make sure that you are getting the best deal possible. And also, I know that people are really debating whether or not they should be purchasing right now just because of the interest rates. But with an interest rate buy down, that may not even be a factor for you. So if you're considering purchasing, but you're not necessarily sold on purchasing right now because of today's interest rates being a little bit higher, making your mortgage payment a little bit higher, definitely consider a new build, because like I said, the closing costs, the rate buy down, and even the help with the sales price is going to make a huge factor on what you're going to be paying for monthly. So definitely reach out to us. We'd be happy to help you. And let's go check out the next home.
Real important thing before we get into this next house, we want to make it abundantly clear that the builders don't like to pay realtors if they do not show up to the sales office with you, the buyer, on the very first visit. So make sure that you contact us before you reach out or just stop in and pop in, because you have to remember the sales reps for the builder represent the seller. They are negotiating on the seller's behalf, and we are your resource to help you negotiate on your behalf. So before you go, don't just stop off and go, I was on the way, I just wanted to check it out. Call us and we'll set up a tour to take you to multiple builds in different areas that might suit your needs best from your criteria. That way we make sure you see everything and we can safely represent you to get you those great deals that Vic talked about.
That's right. And on that note, I'm so excited to show you the next floor plan. This one is 3 to 5 bedrooms, and it is approximately 2,600 to 2,800.
Yep.
So let's go take a look at this one.
Again, a common theme that you're going to see right off the front door, doesn't need to be in the same location, again, is that bedroom down. We've already discussed how popular this is. It's just another reinforcement of the builder listening to you guys, the public, and going, people want a room down, we'll make sure they get a room down.
I just really want to point out how much I love how high these ceilings are right when you walk in. So it just makes the house look a lot bigger. And look at this open floor plan concept. From the kitchen to the living room. We dancing?
It's a big space. I really want to point out right here. Now, obviously, we want to make clear that when we talk about luxury, obviously we're not in a $10 million home, but if I can get you to come over here on this side and then look at this room, it's not a bay window room, but it feels like a bay window room.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
Super bright. There's tons of windows. It's almost like you're outside without having to be outside. And I think this just kind of adds that touch to luxury, because luxury isn't just about price point, it's finishes and features. And this was a very thoughtful feature of just how bright and just enjoyable this little dining space is. Since there isn't a separate dining room, they really put more attention to making this one more special.
And also it's really great too, because if you love to entertain, you're just so close to the kitchen. You can have a huge buffet or entertain just on this large island. And
this
then
is a great
course,
Super Bowl party house, isn't it? You could put the buffet line out here,
Yeah.
have snacks and dining here, but everyone can still watch the game in the living room if that's important to you and you're entertaining your
you should
guests.
buy it and we'll have our Super Bowl party here.
We just buy it so we can throw a party?
Yeah. At the last floor plan, we showed you guys the size of the pantry, but I want you guys to take a look at the pantry in this floor plan.
Before you even get to the pantry, you've got a full-blown coat closet right here.
So there's a lot of storage space.
Another storage and folding table area right here. And then, something that makes Vicky happy.
Yeah, come take a look. Just, it's really nice to have this walk-in pantry. A lot of people really like to have this space, especially compared to, the previous pantry size that we saw. It's just really nice to have this extra storage.
Again, we are in the backyard again, and of course Richmond American Homes took into account that you're probably going to want a patio cover, as most people do out here because the sun is blazing hot in the summertime. But the thing that I really wanted to call your attention to is from the back wall of this house, from the the edifice here all the way to the block wall, that's over 26, almost 27 feet deep. So you could easily, with your 3-foot setback for your swimming pool, still put in a really sizable swimming pool. Of course, if you watch some of our other videos, especially the Southern Nevada Water Authority video, you can't put a pool larger than 600 square feet. So that's like a 20 by 30, but you could put easily a 20 by 30 pool here. So you could put the maximum size pool in this backyard if you wanted to. You have plenty of space for it. And like Ryan said at the sales office, they took that into account as something that people might want out here in the desert.
Going back to our point about storage, take a look at this storage space that you get, and it also goes all the way down to the right underneath the stairs.
It even has a light.
So let's go upstairs. I want you guys to see the rest of this house. This one here does also have the loft that you can, in fact, turn into a bedroom if you'd like. Of course, more storage space. And this goes right into the laundry upstairs. And you do have that extra sink here as well.
Now on the second floor, what we find is a lot of times the ceiling height is not the highest because we're already up, 1 story. So we're just gonna measure that out and let you know what we got here, because these ceilings feel pretty high. You're talking about 9 feet exactly. So instead of like 8 feet, you have a whole 9-foot ceiling. It feels very spacious in here, and that is important to some of our clients.
So come take a look at this primary bedroom. I just love how they designed it. You have your dual sinks here, your walk-in shower.
That's a big party shower too.
Yeah. And you also have the waterfall shower up top as well.
Rainfall shower head.
Another linen closet. And of course, Kyle is measuring the closet for you guys.
This is a 10-foot by 9-foot closet. That's the size of some small bedrooms at other builders and other resale houses. You could put a king-size bed in here.
I mean, you wouldn't want to, but
You wouldn't want to, but you could.
but you could if you needed to.
Just for size reference. Another thoughtful design creation that people don't often think of is at nighttime no one's typically using this loft space, and so they put the loft space in between the primary bedroom and the secondary bedrooms just to kind of add a sound buffer so that you're not hearing other people rustling in the bathroom and stuff at night. So it's definitely considerate of them to have done to keep the noise mitigated a little bit more.
So you also have your bathtub, your dual sinks, and right next to that you have another bedroom with a large walk-in closet. And here is the last bedroom on this floor plan that also has a walk-in closet as well. So not only are the rooms really spacious, every single bedroom here in this floor plan does have a walk-in closet. So this third home is going to be 4 to 5 bedrooms, 2,350 square feet, and this is going to be more affordable in price. The price is going to be less expensive just because of course you're getting less square feet. So let's take a look.
And this is the other community over here at Stonehaven, so you're going to get slightly smaller lot sizes than you would at the other larger models that we just shown you. But it's important to know they have 9 different floor plans available. And if I can get you to zoom in on this map, the way the community is laid out is these are the smaller Stonehaven or Seasons at Arborbrook ones right here, and then this street, the two streets behind it are the larger Stonehaven, bigger lots. So you can see these smaller little blue lots, and then here are the larger big lots. And of course there's some premiums on these monster lots right there, which are really cool if you ended up getting one of those. They will cost you a little bit more, but let's go check it out.
Again, we're greeted with the separate dining room that you can use as an office if that's something that you prefer. And also, if you just come over here and take a quick look, you have coat space right here, storage space right here.
In the closet.
Your garage entrance will be right here, and then your guest bathroom.
It's a half bath down.
And let's take a look at the kitchen. Even though this does have smaller square footage in this floor plan, you still get your walk-in pantry. And just look at how open this is still.
Again, perfect for entertaining. They really adopted the open floor plan concept here. And of course your exit to the backyard's there, your dining space right off the kitchen. If you want to add more cabinets, you can always go in after the fact and just cabinet out this whole wall. And if you need more space, which you don't because it's already pretty spacious, and again, you got a great island for entertaining and also preparing while you're watching the kids or talking to your friends and family or just watching TV or whatever. They all were laid out this way, so it's definitely a big benefit for entertaining or just easy living. Now for the viewers watching at home, it's an important note that you will not get the 3-foot block wall. You'll have a regular 5-foot wall or even higher depending on how the elevations of the topography goes, but they do these small pony walls so that you can kind of see into the builders and make it a little bit more spacious, show you what it might look like on the next house so you can compare and contrast backyard. But again, even on this smaller unit, you still get the covered patio. They also gave you the an optional what it would look like if you wanted to install your own barbecue outside. And of course, this lot's not quite as big for fitting a swimming pool, but you could definitely still fit a swim spa or even a smaller pool if that was still important to you. But again, the covered patio with all the built-in lighting, that's really where it's at. It's completely done and it's done very well. It's not just a cheap aluminum frame patio cover. And if you were to put one in after the fact, sometimes you'd be stuck just doing the aluminum frame cover because it would cost a lot of money to put in a heavy duty stucco bill cover.
Take a look at these double sliders too, which opens right into your kitchen and dining area.
Just helps to bring the outdoors inside.
We love bringing in the outdoors inside just because it's something that you can do here in Vegas. There are some cities obviously where you can't, it's too cold, but you can do that for quite some time in the spring, summer, and fall. So it's something that is such a great feature to have those sliding glass doors here in Vegas.
Even today, while it is a little bit windy, it's still 66 degrees and it's the beginning of February. So most other places, especially on the East Coast or in the North, are probably seeing some snow or some below freezing temperatures, while we are able to open our doors here and enjoy a beautiful sunny afternoon.
Yeah, let's go take a look upstairs.
Because you've got beautiful brushed nickel inlaid rods throughout this beautiful wood banister, so even if you don't have that bougie looking metal one, you still get a really fancy looking banister here on this one.
All right, so of course a nice spacious loft. Come take a look. And of course I want to show you the primary first. So come take a look. Of course I like the size of these windows and that there are 3 in this bedroom. Sometimes it just gets so dark in the primary bedroom sometimes.
And while it might look like a smaller bedroom on the lens of the camera, this thing is over 14 feet wide. So this is pretty spacious, especially to have a king size bed in here. Let's go check out the shower.
So you still have your walk-in shower, your dual sinks. And also, I just want to point this out too. We have a lot of clients who love their privacy when it comes to the primary bedroom and having the toilet separated from the rest of the bathroom. And so I think that's just really important to point out. I know some people might not care, but you have your own separate bathroom space.
To take that point further, thank you for bringing that up. That is my pet peeve, and a lot of my clients bring this up. When you shower or brush your teeth, you're making a lot of noise in the bathroom, and a lot of homes save a little bit of money and cut the corner of putting a door here. But on this model, you have a door that would be here. All the builders don't put any doors on the house just because of damage and liability, and it shows easier. But this is another door that seals off the bathroom. So if you have a partner that is living with you that might need to get up at 4 in the morning, or maybe they're coming home late and you're already sleeping, your privacy is not disrupted, like Vicky said, when they're using the bathroom, or more importantly, using the shower or the sinks, or getting ready in the closet. So it's a great feature that they thought of to make sure that you have that sound barrier.
Also, you do get your walk-in closet as well in this floor plan. And I know you guys might be thinking too, oh, how silly, they're talking about doors in the bathrooms. But, you know, just some people are just not accustomed to that. We just have certain features that you might not have in your hometown that you're relocating here to Las Vegas. So, you know, we're just making it a point to point these
Well, we've
things
sold
out.
a lot of homes that just have an archway right here.
Yeah. All right, so let's go take a look at these other bedrooms. Of course, the laundry room upstairs, pretty convenient. You have the loft that separates the primary to the remaining upstairs bedrooms. And just look at this floor plan. So right when you walk up, you have this bedroom right around the corner. And then when you walk down this hall, you have the bathroom right here, a bedroom right here, and a bedroom right behind me as well. You have your dual sinks, your bathtub, and your shower.
Also both with walk-in closets.
Yeah, and I want you to see this walk-in closet for this bedroom as well. A lot of homes will have that slider, but for them to take this space and put it into a walk-in closet is really nice. It's just a feature that some people prefer.
It's actually tough to get a bunch of walk-in closets on the guest bedrooms. Usually they're all like slider closets.
Right.
So it's cool to have that. And it even has a window in it. Just would call attention to some of those attention to details, and I'm going to break down some of the finite details that you're not going to get in every build. But right here they have the 4.5-inch baseboards, so that's like an upgrade. All of the texture in every house we've seen is not an orange peel. This is the hand skipped texture, where it's much different than a knockdown. If you know anything about drywalling, they kind of hand skip it with a little flat trowel or a sponge trowel that gives it this really cool texture to it, but also still gives you a smooth wall feel. And then as we move out this way, we're going to continue to show you some of those finite details that you're not going to get in every other house. One of them being the 9-foot ceilings here. And then if I can get you to come take a look at this roof out here, I want to show people a little bit more of that too. All of these houses in the community, they come with this type of roof. This is a slate style tile, or as some people call it, a flat roof tile. Now they're made out of concrete, as most roof tiles are now, but one complaint that I had a client as I showed him a dozen homes on 2 showings, he said, geez, it feels like every home in Las Vegas has an orange terracotta look tile. And they're like, God, it's so ugly, the orange roofs everywhere. The builders take note of that and they go, we're not going to use an S tile or a C tile, which is the shapes of the tiles. We're going to now use this slate style flat tile and give that roof not only more durability and wind resistance, but also they're going to give it a much sleeker and sexier look. The slate style tile is the future. Most builders are moving forward towards that. And even if you looked at the homes across the street or down the street from other builders, they might have not used the orange terracotta color, but they did use the S and C tile. So awesome attention to detail, where you're wondering, what am I getting for this? What's different here than the other builders? Is you're getting that same thing. And then out this next roof, which you can't see, they have a flat soffit, which basically is like a vent to allow for air to come out of the roof. So these homes are extremely well insulated in the attic spaces because heat rises. So The beautiful thing is they don't have turbine vents, so you might have seen those little things spinning on your your roof. Those are good, but they're kind of ugly. And so what they do is they put flat vents on these roofs that blend completely into the flat tile, just to give it an even more sleek roof look and design. So that's my spiel on some of these finite little attention to details that you're not going to get at every other builder. Some of these little small finite details, not the roofs, those come standard, but sometimes this hand skip texture and the extra large baseboards do come at a premium. You sometimes have to pay a little bit more money for those. Those are called the builder upgrades and options. So make sure you check with us and we'll set you straight on what you got to pay for and what's included.
Awesome. Now let's go take a look at the last and final home in this community. So before we head to the last and final model, definitely stay tuned because we are going to go through all the incentives that this builder is currently offering. Definitely stick around. We are going to the last and final model, but after that, I definitely want to show you guys exactly what incentives, interest rate buy downs, closing costs that this builder is going to offer you guys today. Of course, it may change, and definitely reach out to us as this video gets older. They may offer even more incentives, who knows? So reach out to us.
If you're watching this 5 years in the future, there's probably not going to be any more new builds with awesome incentives in here, but you can still reach out to us if you want to buy one of these homes with these same floor plans. They should be on the resale market, and we can definitely assist you with that.
Oh, for sure. 5 years from now,
or
this
beyond.
Community is going to be completely sold out. That's no question about that. But
I mean, if everything stayed the same way that it is now, status quo, interest rates, incentives, and they're at 35% across 1 year's time, then that tells us in less than 2 more years from now, they'd ideally or mathematically or probably be sold completely out. So if you're watching this video in 2027, we don't know what time or year it is right now. We're just filming content for you guys. But if you're watching this video in 2028, after 2027, there probably won't be any more new construction homes left. So make sure you reach out to us as soon as you can.
And by left, we mean this specific community. We are continuing to build all across Las Vegas, and we are happy to show you all those plans as well.
It's actually a great point because builders are pulling more new home permits as we speak. So more and more new construction homes are actually being built each year subsequently. So there will be more homes, but of course prices have been going up, so the probability that they'll be more expensive in the future is very high. So in terms of incentives, the moment that you've all been waiting for, you heard it from Ryan, the sales rep, telling you that affordability is what the people are speaking out that they want the most here in these communities.
And full disclaimer, these incentives can change literally tomorrow. So it's important to know that these can change, but we are wanting to give you this information just so you can just see what it potentially could be at the time that you contact us.
Yeah, of course. Got to stress that it changes frequently. So what we say today is not the truth moving forward as per always. But what we currently have right now on this very moment is they are doing a special for certain houses that maybe they have had in the inventory a little bit long, like a couple weeks. So they will do a special interest rate buy down. And according to this email that I was sent just a couple days ago on Monday, it said that they were doing a 5.4 conventional, and they had an interest rate for this specific home as low as 3.99% for FHA and VA. That's right, that's a under 4% interest rate. That's like the rates of the olden days. Now, if you're wondering, okay, that's the super special interest rate deal on only specific homes or specific models in specific communities, that is true, but they also offer interest rates currently on the regular for all of the models today, of course, and today only, in the low 5s and high 4s for the FHAs and VAs, and the mid 4s, or sorry, scratch that. They also offer interest rates just on the regular for the rest of the home. So if you didn't choose the super special deal and just wanted to get one of these other models, they have interest rates as low for FHA and VA as 4.5%, and for conventionals at just under 5% or the low 5s. Now, of course, all loans depend on your credit and so your credit score is going to move you up or down on the affordability scale on the interest rate that you pay. But that's what they're offering currently, is interest rate buy downs that make your payment very affordable at the end of the day.
So just like we were talking about earlier, if interest rates is the factor that is keeping you from becoming a homeowner, purchasing another property, being an investor, and that's cutting your ability to purchase now, just know that new builds are definitely something to consider because of the interest rate buy down. And then of course, the opportunity to negotiate with us, your agents, on your behalf to lower the asking price, as well as getting you closing cost incentives as well.
Yep. All right, currently we're standing in front of a quick move-in home, and that just means that you're able to close on this much faster. It's already built and ready to go. You don't got to wait 6 months to customize it, or even 3 months for your spec build to be finished. And it's super important to know that there's 9 models in these 2 communities, but we only showed you 4 in the models. The model homes only had 4 different floor plans, so this one is a separate floor plan with a multi-generational, or a multi-gen, or some people call it a next-gen suite, and we get a lot of clients asking us for that next-gen suite, and so we thought it'd be important to show you what this home looks like, so we can give you another look into a different model that they have here, a lot bigger one. This one's 3,270 square feet. It's a 5-bedroom, and it's got over $154,000 in upgrades.
Come take a look. So as you come from the mother-in-law suite, you walk in directly to the front of the house where you have direct access to the stairs. And then right here to my right is entrance to the 2-car garage.
And if you're not seeing that in the corner, all these come with the tankless water heater system, so you don't have to worry about a tank leaking or going out because of an anode rod or anything crazy like that. It's just now comes with the houses.
That's right. Now you have your bathroom right there, a closet, and then your open floor plan. So you have the living room and your kitchen with a large granite countertop. And look how spacious this is with all this cabinetry.
That's the cabinet extra upgrade I was speaking about in the other model, is that you can choose to continue your cabinetry if you want extra space. They chose to do that. And there's still plenty of room for a dining table right here. And of course, I like that we're in here because now you can see what a backyard looks like as a blank canvas for you to sort of choose what you want. But this is an actual home, it's not the model. It's quick move-in, so you can see what the walls will look like, how everything is. Again, covered patio, pre-wired. Oh, you said no patio.
Again, you have the covered patio. It's pre-wired if you want to use the fan. And then of course, you have the ability to choose the landscaping. And look at this size. You can absolutely put a pool in here. Could fit a trampoline in here. It's definitely a good space. But you'll have, like I said earlier, about 6 months to 1 year, depending on the builder, to complete the landscaping per HOA.
Okay, oh, we gotta show the multi-panel. Sean, stay out there.
Okay, wait,
And you gotta say, you should be out there with him too, man. And be like, while I open it up,
Okay.
and be like, again, we love bringing the outside inside.
Again, we love bringing the outdoors inside. So you can see in this move-in ready home, you have a 4-panel slider. And just look at that.
That is an upgrade option, so you will have to pay to put in the multi-panel slider. But wow.
Yeah.
And that option is included with this quick build home. So you just to get the familiar on the prices, this one has a $42,000 discount from what it was originally assessed at. And so they've got this listed at $804,000.
Now keep in mind, this could go tomorrow, so if you're interested in this property, reach out to us. If not, if it doesn't sell by tomorrow, you know, the interest rates may change depending on the current market.
And this one does have a special interest rate on it. They're showing that it's a 4.5% FHA or VA. Well, you can't do an FHA because it's over the loan limit unless you put a ton of money down, but the VA is 4.5% and the conventional rate is only 4.99%, so still under 5%.
So if you have any questions about any of these new build, move-in ready communities, definitely reach out to us. We'd love to help you.
Here we are back in the studio and want to kind of give you a walk about the area just so you're familiar with this part of town, where that subdivision is right here, as we were talking about at Richmond. So a couple things, it's really close to Mountain's Edge, and Mountain Edge has a bunch of amazing parks. They do have the Nathan Jones or the Nathaniel Jones Park with basketball and a little splash pad. But over here is the Mountains Edge Regional Park, and that one is an incredible park. Like, just look at the magnitude of this place. They got, of course, a bunch of baseball diamonds, but they also have a fantastic pirate ship that you can see right here. I know it's pixelated, but it's fun for the kids to play on, and this is an amazing playground for them to play at. And then let's continue to show you a little bit more of Mountain's Edge. Down here is one of my favorite parks called Exploration Peak Park. It has a splash pad, but it also has a little western old town playground. You can see it is like a little Wild West playground, so that's definitely a fun park. But what people really like about Mountain's Edge Exploration Peak Park is that not only is there a bunch of desert to hike around here, but there's a really cool city overlook that I'm going to click on so you can see what it kind of looks like. Let's see if we can, yeah, there we go. Here we go. Some people have done some geospheres for us. So there's a cool little hike at the top of this hill where there's some shade structures, and then you get this awesome 360-degree view of the entire city. So it's just a really fun park and hike. It's not even that hard. It's a pretty easy hike. There's the Strip and Las Vegas right there. So imagine doing that hike at nighttime. But that's a great park that is available right there, really close to this neighborhood. It's called Exploration Peak. And then let's keep looking around. So again, you have that Blue Diamond Freeway right there that will take you into your community. But a couple of other really fun features about being here is everyone knows of Red Rock Canyon. And so a really cool thing about that is you're actually really close to the other entrance to Red Rock Canyon, which is right here. I've cycled it on my bicycle, but many people will just drive it. And then look at this. It just delivers you. By the way, there's a bunch of great hikes like First Creek Hike and a bunch of other hikes. But here's Red Rock Canyon right here. So you can get into the Red Rock Canyon area just right there. Instead of driving all around town here, I'll take it to a much higher view. Here's Red Rock, and people come from all over the world to see Red Rock, but you kind of get your own private entrance that's less busy to get to Red Rock. Instead of driving through the town, 215 to Charleston and then up, you can take your own Blue Diamond sort of route there. Another thing that is really cool, if you're in hiking or want to go to Pahrump, you can get down here to Pahrump, just crossing through there down Blue Diamond. Here's Pahrump, the city. It's just like 45 minutes away. And then Mount Potosi or Potosi or however you want to pronounce it is just right over here off of Blue Diamond. And there's some great hiking there too. Some really epics right here. Here's Potosi Mountain. It's a really high mountain. I've hiked it and gone to the mine. There was an old mine there. It was a fantastic hike. But long story short, you got some cool stuff right here, just right off of where you live here in Blue Diamond. Now let's take you down Fort Apache or Hualapai or any of these other roads. It's going to take you straight shot, just a few miles as we talked, 1, 2, 3 miles to IKEA. Here's where IKEA is, if that's important to you to get furniture. We call this the bend. This is the bend in the freeway where the 215 bends. So there's a lot of great places to kind of visit near here while also still being outside of town. You're really at the edge of town, There's not much of land that's owned by property owners right here, so you're never going to really have a whole lot of neighbors built behind you. And that's what's really special about being here, is that you're not going to have to worry about more and more congestion being built into this area. You're pretty much at the outskirts already. And so those are some of the great things that I love about being in this area, is that you're kind of at the edge of town. You still have a ton of convenience. You got your own personal highway to get back to the Strip or to the Silverton or even to the other South Point. And so it's definitely a great part of town that's super up and coming near this Enterprise and Mountains Edge area.
So we hope that this video was really helpful for you guys. If anything, we hope you guys got to see some really beautiful homes that we have for sale here in Las Vegas. If there's anything that we can do for you guys in the future, definitely call us below. And here is our number, our contact information. We would be honored to help you.
See you on the next one.
Bye.